Hey, have you ever heard of a disease that could make you laugh uncontrollably for months? Sounds funny, right? But why didn't the doctors laugh? Imagine pedestrians on the roads, marketplaces, towns, villages, and dance halls. Hilarious. Buckle up, because this one's a mix of bizarre, creepy, and downright unbelievable. Now picture this, a small village where everyone is laughing, not just for a few minutes, but for days, weeks, and even months on end. It sounds like a scene from a comedy movie, but this was real life. The laughter was so infectious that it spread from person to person like a virus. So, what exactly happened in this village, and how did they finally put an end to the laughter? Stay tuned as we dive into this strange and fascinating story. It all started in a small village in Tanzania in 1962. This village, nestled in the heart of rural Tanzania, was like any other, quiet, peaceful, and unassuming. A bunch of schoolgirls suddenly broke out in laughter during class. It was an ordinary day with lessons being taught and students paying attention until the unexpected happened. Not just a chuckle here and there, but full-on belly laughs. It was uncontrollable and infectious. At first, their teachers thought it was some sort of prank. They tried to restore order, thinking it was just a momentary distraction. But the laughing didn't stop. It spread like wildfire. The teachers were baffled, unable to comprehend what was happening. Soon, the entire school was filled with students laughing uncontrollably. It started with just a few giggles here and there, but within hours it had spread like wildfire. The laughter echoed through the hallways, classrooms, and even the playground. Teachers were baffled, unable to control the situation. The laughter wasn't just confined to the school, it began to affect the students' families and friends. Parents reported their children coming home and continuing to laugh uncontrollably. Parents did it too. In one of the police stations, we witnessed policemen and women laughing in turns. In one of the prisons, prison wardens and inmates laughed like hell till many prisoners laughed their way to freedom. Laughter spread. Passengers and pedestrians laughed uncontrollably. In some churches, the sermons turned into laughter dens, starting with preachers, priests, choir, and the congregation. In the end, it was all laughter, laughter everywhere. In the villages, everyone laughed like hell. In towns, same thing. In cinema halls, malls, streets, everyone laughter. It was as if the laughter had a life of its own, spreading beyond the school walls. The school had to close down because it was impossible to teach with all the chaos. Desks were overturned, books were scattered, and the sound of laughter drowned out any attempt at instruction. It wasn't just a giggle fest, it was exhausting. Some were in pain while others got sick. Doctors were completely baffled. The hospitals were overwhelmed with patients, and the medical staff struggled to keep up. Schools had to close down, and the education of many children was disrupted. The local economy took a hit as businesses shut their doors and community events were canceled. The entire region was in turmoil, and no one knew how to stop the laughter. It was a crisis that affected every aspect of life, leaving everyone in a state of confusion and distress. What kind of disease makes you laugh for months? They named it the laughing epidemic, and hundreds of people fell victim. The weirdest part, no one really knew what caused it. Some thought it was mass hysteria, a psychological outbreak due to stress, while others believed it had something to do with witchcraft or spirits. The mystery deepened as more theories emerged. Some even suggested it was a reaction to contaminated food or water. But despite all the theories, the true cause remained elusive. It took a whole year before the laughing stopped. Yep, an entire year. And no one was ever really sure how or why it ended. The epidemic had spread through several villages, affecting thousands of people. Schools were closed, and daily life was disrupted. The laughter was uncontrollable, and it seemed like there was no end in sight. But then, slowly, things began to return to normal. People went back to their routines, children returned to school, and the laughter faded away. Some say it was due to the intervention of local healers, while others believe it was simply a natural end to a bizarre phenomenon. To this day, the 1962 laughing epidemic remains a mystery, a strange chapter in the history of human behavior. And as life resumed its normal pace, the villagers could finally breathe a sigh of relief. So could you imagine walking into a village expecting calm and instead hearing hundreds of people laughing, unable to stop? Spooky, right? They say laughter is the best medicine, but in this case, it was the strangest mystery. This bizarre event left scientists and researchers puzzled for years. Was it a case of mass hysteria or something more sinister? The 1962 laughing epidemic remains one of the most peculiar incidents in history. As we reflect on this strange tale, it reminds us of the mysteries that still exist in our world. Sometimes, the most unexpected events can leave the biggest impact. Thanks for watching and stay curious.